Archangel Michael says, don't look away. Don't scroll past. Don't silence this message. Because this is the one your soul has been aching to hear. This is the divine moment. The message you were destined to receive today. And no one else was meant to hear it but you. Heaven says the clock has moved. And what comes next will shake your spirit, but also set it free. Beloved, tomorrow you will say goodbye. Goodbye to all the versions of yourself that were built in pain. Goodbye to the mask you wore to keep others comfortable. Goodbye to the heaviness you carried alone. In silence, while smiling in public. Goodbye to everything and everyone that was never meant to stay. Tomorrow begins a new alignment. But to enter it, you must leave behind what no longer serves your divine path. You will say goodbye to betrayal, to disappointment, to what broke your heart but couldn't destroy your soul. You will say goodbye to false friendships, conditional love, and people who could not see your worth. Because I, Archangel Michael, have stood beside you through every storm, silently holding your spirit upright when your body collapsed. And now, I speak. Now, I shout with the trumpet of heaven. You are not forsaken. You are chosen. And tomorrow, your goodbye becomes your deliverance. You were not meant to stay in this cycle of pain forever. You were not created to live in repeated heartbreak and survival mode. You were born for something eternal, something holy, something sacred. You were born for light, for love, for purpose. And so, the divine must now separate you from what kept you in bondage. That is why things are breaking. That is why doors are closing without warning. That is why people are leaving and situations feel unstable. It is not punishment. It is preparation. Heaven is not abandoning you. It is promoting you. I need you to understand this with your whole heart. When you feel like everything is falling apart, what's truly happening is that heaven is rearranging everything in your favor. But it must remove the weights that will not survive where you are going. Tomorrow, you'll say goodbye to all of your self-blame. You'll lay down the shame that was never yours to carry. You'll walk away from the guilt that was planted in your heart by broken people who didn't know how to love you. You will not carry their confusion anymore. You are not the villain in their version of the story. You are the one who tried. You are the one who stayed kind in cruel environments. You are the one who gave when no one gave back. Heaven saw it, and now heaven is responding. There's a divine transfer in the atmosphere. An exchange is being made. God is taking your sorrow and placing joy in your hands. But first, you must release the sorrow. That is what tomorrow is about. It's not a loss. It's a release. You are not being stripped. You are being set free. When the sun rises tomorrow, something sacred will begin. But it starts with your surrender. You must be willing to let go of what's familiar, but not fruitful. You must be ready to say goodbye to patterns that kept you surviving, but never allowed you to thrive. You must be brave enough to grieve the comfort zone you outgrew. I know it's hard. I know saying goodbye hurts, even when it's for your good. But hear this clearly. You cannot receive the miracle while clinging to the wound. You cannot walk into the promised place while holding hands with what held you hostage. The old must go. The hurt must go. The false identities must go. Because you, beloved, are about to meet your real self. The version of you that God created before the world got its hands on you. The version of you that carries power, peace, and purpose. The version of you that walks into rooms and shifts the atmosphere without saying a word. The version of you that knows they are protected, anointed, and surrounded by angels. Yes, surrounded. You are not walking into this alone. My sword goes before you. Heaven is encamped around you. There's a shield of light surrounding your body, your mind, your home. No harm shall overtake you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Even when it looks like you're losing, you are not. You are leveling up. Even when they walk away, you are not being rejected. You are being redirected to something more divine. So don't panic when things leave. Don't chase after what was removed. Don't fight to keep what heaven is trying to free you from. Trust the shift. Trust the goodbye. Because your goodbye is also your yes. Yes to joy. Yes to clarity. Yes to the blessings that had been delayed, but never denied. Yes to the prayers that are now becoming visible answers. Yes to healing. Yes to alignment. Yes to the future that you couldn't imagine, but that God already designed. This is not the end. This is the beginning you've been crying for in private. This is the breakthrough. This is the rescue. This is the restoration. You are not crazy. You are not dramatic. You are discerning. You're not being sensitive. You are spiritually awake. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt. And what's being rebuilt in you will last for eternity. It won't crumble like the false things did. It won't collapse like the fragile foundations others built for you. This time, God is building it himself. And what God builds, no man can tear down. So grieve if you must. Cry if the tears come. Feel what needs to be felt. But do not fear tomorrow. For tomorrow is the day of divine reversal, where the last becomes first, where the rejected becomes remembered, where the silence becomes elevated. You are stepping into a holy timeline now. Things will accelerate quickly. Don't be surprised when blessings begin to arrive unannounced. Don't be surprised when doors swing open that you didn't knock on. Don't be surprised when what was hard becomes easy. That's what happens when heaven takes over. That's what happens when you say yes to the goodbye. So prepare your heart tonight. Speak to your soul. Let it know peace is coming. Freedom is near. Healing is already happening. You are entering into a new season that won't resemble the old one. The pain won't follow you. The curses are breaking. The anxiety is lifting. The confusion is clearing. Because the veil has been torn and the truth is being revealed. Heaven's truth about you. You were never forgotten. You were never overlooked. You were never a mistake. Every part of your life, even the painful parts, was preparing you for this. Now it is time. The countdown has begun. Let go. Surrender. Trust. Believe. Walk into the unknown with courage. And when the sun rises tomorrow, let your soul whisper one holy word, goodbye. And as you speak it, heaven will whisper right back, well done, my beloved. You've made it through. And now, you walk into the light. So many have walked away from you because they didn't recognize your worth. But heaven did. So many blamed you for the cracks they created, for the chaos they planted. But heaven watched you suffer in silence and held every tear in a bottle. You cried in places where no one could hear you. But I heard. You forgave people who never once apologized. You comforted others while you were breaking. You smiled through betrayal, stayed quiet through gossip, and remained loyal through abandonment. And now, your reward has arrived. Your soul contract with suffering is complete. The lessons have been learned. The chains have been shattered. What you are walking into now, no eye has seen. No ear has heard. No mind has imagined. Because this was divinely reserved for you. But for this next level to open, you must say goodbye to everything that kept you small. Even the pieces of you that feel safe, but were shaped in trauma. Even the coping mechanisms that once helped you survive, but are now limiting your expansion. Even the people you love, but who only love a silenced, smaller version of you. This is the sacred goodbye. And I know it hurts. I know letting go can feel like tearing your own heart in half. But beloved, what you are releasing is not love. It is attachment. It is fear. It is the illusion of safety. And once you let go, you will breathe for the first time in years. You will feel space in your soul again. And that space will be filled with light, clarity, peace. You will see the signs. You will hear the voice of God more clearly. Your dreams will begin to return. You'll start to laugh again, not the surface laughter, but the kind that comes from a healed heart. That is what tomorrow brings. But you must trust the process tonight. Yes, the goodbye might echo like silence at first, but don't fear the silence, because in the silence, I will speak, I will guide, I will comfort, I will protect. You are not walking into darkness. You are walking into destiny. You are not stepping into loneliness. You are stepping into sacred alignment. There are people, places, and promises waiting for you. They are already being prepared. There is a divine appointment scheduled with your name on it, and nothing can delay what heaven has already released. You've waited long enough. You've endured long enough. Now heaven moves. You will feel a shift in your atmosphere. You will begin to wake up lighter. Things that used to trigger you will begin to fade. You'll no longer seek validation from those who couldn't value you. Your energy will no longer be drained by trying to prove your goodness. Your time will no longer be wasted in rooms that don't hold your blessing, because this is the divine goodbye. And after it, everything begins to bloom. The seeds you planted in tears will now grow in joy. The prayers you prayed at 2 a.m. will now return with visible answers. That promise you thought was lost, it's coming back. Better, bigger, and fully blessed. You are not cursed. You are crowned. You are not abandoned. You are appointed. You are not overlooked. You are overflowing with favor. And from this day forward, everything changes. When you rise tomorrow, speak boldly into the air. I am ready. I release what was. I receive what is coming. Speak it aloud, and let the angels hear you. Speak it aloud, and the heavens will open above you. Speak it aloud, and every dark force that tried to break you will tremble, because they will know. You remembered who you are. You are a child of the Most High God. You carry divine DNA. You walk with the fire of heaven in your bones. You were born for such a time as this. So say goodbye, beloved. Say goodbye to every label they gave you that didn't match your spirit. Say goodbye to the shame that came from someone else's choices. Say goodbye to the patterns that were never your fault, but became your burden. Say goodbye to the lies that tried to shrink your light. And say hello to what's been waiting. Say hello to wholeness. Say hello to your future. Say hello to divine acceleration. You are not too late. You have not missed it. Everything that belongs to you is returning now. And it's returning tenfold. Heaven is repaying you for the years the locusts have eaten. You will recover what was lost. But more than that, you will become who you were always meant to be. No longer the version shaped by pain. No longer the shadow of your true self. No longer afraid of your own power, but whole, radiant, healed, aligned. Tomorrow, you will say goodbye, but you will not be grieving the end. You'll be celebrating the beginning. You'll be walking into the life that was always written for you before time began. You'll see that everything that left was making space for what's divine. You'll see that every no was leading to the sacred yes. So hold on tonight. Be still tonight. Let the tears fall if they must. But know, your deliverance is coming at dawn, and I will be right there beside you. Sword drawn, wings wide, shielding your steps, defending your destiny, calling every blessing forward by name. You are not alone. Not tonight. Not tomorrow. Not ever. This is the message from heaven. This is the decree sealed in divine fire. And once it is spoken, it cannot return void. Prepare to rise. Prepare to shift. Prepare to be amazed. The goodbye will lead to the greatest hello of your life. Your soul has waited for this moment. Your spirit has known it long before your mind caught up. And now you are ready. Heaven says, welcome home. The new you is rising. Let tomorrow come. Let the goodbye be holy. Let the light begin. You may not have felt strong lately. You may have woken up many mornings, wondering if you could make it through one more day. But I want you to know, even when your body was weary, your soul was standing tall. Even when your voice was shaking, Your spirit was singing quietly behind the scenes. Even when you questioned everything, you never lost your light. You only forgot how bright it was. But now, beloved, the forgetting ends. Now, you will remember. You will remember who you are, who you've always been, and who you're becoming. You are not a mistake. You are not weak. You are not lost. You are in the middle of a divine transformation that was written in the stars before you took your first breath. You were never forgotten. You were only being hidden for protection, not rejection. And now, heaven says it is safe to be seen. It is safe to speak. It is safe to shine. Tomorrow, you will say goodbye to hiding, goodbye to shrinking yourself to make others comfortable, goodbye to the fear of your own voice. Your roar is returning. The warrior within you is waking. The fire that once flickered is now bursting into full flame. Because this is not just a personal change. It is a spiritual rising. And when one soul rises, they lift 1,000 more. You are not just being healed for yourself. You are being healed for generations. You are the chain breaker. You are the history shifter. You are the one chosen to interrupt the patterns that have plagued your bloodline. It ends with you. And because of your strength, your courage, your obedience, your children will not suffer like you did. Your nieces, nephews, siblings, and future lineage will walk in light. Because you chose to break through the darkness. And this is why tomorrow matters. This is why the goodbye is holy. Because the cost of staying where you are is greater than the grief of letting go. I know it hurts. But growth often comes dressed as goodbye. And endings are heaven's way of ushering in divine beginnings. So, when you wake tomorrow, stand still. Feel the shift in the wind. Sense the quiet hush of angel wings moving through your space. You will know. You will feel the atmosphere bending in your favor. You will sense it. That everything is different now. Everything is lighter. Everything is sacred. Everything is new. Speak to your reflection and bless what you see. It is not weakness staring back. It is wisdom. It is not failure in those eyes. It is fire. Bless the body that carried the weight. Bless the mind that endured the noise. Bless the heart that never gave up. You are no longer a survivor. You are a vessel of light, an echo of God's voice on earth, a reminder that no weapon forged in darkness can destroy a soul that is wrapped in heaven's armor. I have wrapped you, beloved, with my wings, with my light, with my shield, and I stand with you as you cross this threshold. You are not just saying goodbye to your past. You are saying goodbye to your limits, goodbye to your scarcity, goodbye to the fear that always whispered, "You're not enough." Because now you will know exactly how powerful you are, and the world will see it too. They will wonder how you survived it all. They will wonder how your face still glows. They will wonder how you found peace after everything they did to destroy you. And you'll smile, not with pride, but with peace. Because you'll know you didn't just survive. You were carried. You were guided. You were protected by angels. And now you are being launched. So forgive the past. Not because it was right, but because it no longer owns you. Release the anger. Not because it didn't matter, but because your soul is too full of purpose to carry poison. Let go of the need for closure. Because heaven's opening something bigger than what you lost. Tomorrow, the tears will dry, the shadows will fade, and the old season will finally close. The chapter ends, but the story does not. You're not walking away from life. You're walking into it. And the next page of your story has already been signed by the hand of God. It reads, victory, peace, elevation, joy, protection, overflow, purpose, love, and above all, light. Unshakable, undeniable, heavenly light. That light is you. That light is yours. And now, beloved, it is time. Take one last look at what you're leaving. Thank it for the lessons. Bless it for the growth. And with reverence in your spirit, say softly, goodbye. Not in sorrow, but in sacred release. And then lift your eyes, because the sun will rise, and so will you. And when the world sees you rise, they won't even recognize the version of you that once struggled in the shadows, because that version is gone. Gone with a goodbye. And what remains is the real you, the divine you, the radiant, fearless. God aligned you. You are ready. Heaven is cheering. I, Archangel Michael, am with you, now and forever. Go forward. Say goodbye. And let the new beginning begin. If this message spoke to your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And subscribe to this channel for more divine messages sent just for you. You are not alone. You are seen. You are heard. You are deeply, eternally loved. Until next time, peace be with you. Light surround you, and heaven guide your every step. The goodbye is done. Now rise. Amen.